Hey everybody. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to install Windows 8.1. The only twist here is I'm doing it in a virtual machine. However, the way you install Windows 8.1 on a virtual machine is pretty much the same as doing it on a computer, on the actual system. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start the virtual machine. I'm going to browse for the file. In this case, you would insert your Windows 8.1 DVD. System's going to start up. And I've actually got Windows 8 installing on this virtual machine over here. I'm going to let this run. And while this is going, let me go and explain right quick. If you already have Windows 8 on your computer and it was pretty much either factory installed on your computer, or you purchased it a retail copy or OEM copy from, like, let's say Newegg or somewhere, you can update to Windows 8.1 using the Windows Store. So that being said, let's go ahead and continue on showing you how to install Windows 8.1 as a fresh install on a computer. Once here, you'd select your language and that stuff and click next. And it's funny, it still says Windows 8 here. Click install now. Down here it says setup is starting. Now basically here, go and enter a product key. Now I'm not going to actually let you see the product key, but you will get to see me type it in a blurred setup. You'll click on next, which is located right here. And I mentioned earlier about how to upgrade Windows 8 to Windows 8.1 using the Windows Store. I can't show you that because these product keys I'm using are MAK, multiple activation keys from MSDN. More or less, I can get this free through my school. And Microsoft doesn't allow you to upgrade from Windows 8 to 8.1 using an install of Windows 8 that was activated over with the MAK key. Now anyways, let's say you're reinstalling Windows 8.1 on a computer that comes with Windows 8.1, and maybe it came with Windows 8. The way Windows 8 and onward is activated, is basically the product key is in the BIOS, is encrypted in the system BIOS rather than having a COA key on your computer. And if it finds this key, if I'm correct, if it finds this key, it will not even ask you for a product key when you're installing. So anyways, we're going to click on custom, select the drive you want to use. Now if you happen to have a brand new RAID controller that just come out of whatever you had to load in a driver, but in this case we already had the driver for this controller, so it sees the hard drive. I'll click on next. It'll automatically assign the max 25 gigs and format the drive. And basically here you'll just sit back or go do something else while it's installed. Now I can tell you in Windows 8, just like Windows 7 and Vista, it installs pretty fast. And of course over there is Windows 8 on the other virtual machine. I'm going to do a comparison video between the two. So that's why I'm doing Windows 8 and Windows 8.1 in separate virtual machines. So yeah, the mid-tower Lux right now is running. It's Windows 7. operating system with tons of other programs open, plus these two other operating systems as guest OSs in virtual machines. Now this is Oracle VM VirtualBox, and the latest release, or at least for October 26th, version 4.3 has a bug in it. When you're installing Windows 8, it either reports an error. The VirtualBox actually reports an error, or it says an error about the boot manager. Basically, you have to go to VirtualBox's website and actually download version 4.2.18. This version does work. This is in their archives. So anyways, that being said, for those who are installing Windows 8.1 on their computers, you can go and do something else while this is running. And I will continue this tutorial when we get to the next step. Alrighty, the virtual machine has restarted, and we are ready to continue on here. We'll go ahead and give this computer a name. Had to type 8.1 because you can't have a dot in the PC name. So we can click on next. Well, I'm going to actually change this to green. Not that it really matters, but we're going to click next. Now here's the real bugger. Well, not this yet. We'll use Express settings. Actually, no, I'll click Customize. This is a home and work network. Automatically install important recommended updates. Automatically get device drivers, apps, and info for new devices. Turned on. Auto update apps. Turned on. These are Internet Explorer settings here. I'll leave those on. Click next. Check online for solutions. Turn error reporting off. Use compatibility lists. Leave that on. Help improve Microsoft products and services. Send some location data to Microsoft. No, leave that turned off. Send Microsoft info about how I use my PC. No. Send Microsoft info about how I use the help. No. Click next. Which next is down there. Share info with Microsoft and other services. Use Bing to get search suggestions from web search and Windows search. And let Microsoft use my search history, location, and some account info to personalize my experiences. Sure. In Internet Explorer, use page prediction to reload pages, which sends my browsing history to Microsoft. No. Let apps use my name and account picture. Yes. Leave that on. Let apps use my advertising ID for experiences across apps. Look, advertising ID. I'll leave that on. Let Windows and apps request my location from the Windows location platform. No, because it'll say we're located in Charlotte when we're actually located in Huntersville. Get better protection from malware by sending info and files to Microsoft Active Protection Service when Windows Defender is turned on. Yes, leave that on. Click next. Now here's that bugger I was telling you about. Watch this. Sign in to your Microsoft account. Don't have an account? Create a new account. Now while we're at it, let me go ahead and see how we are doing here with Windows 8. Let me go ahead and run through those settings right quick. I want to do a little comparison while we're at it. Okay, here's Windows 8. Notice. Let me go ahead and well, I don't have the extension pack turned on yet, so I gotta leave this exactly the way it is. Okay, green is Windows 8.1, blue is Windows 8. If you notice here it says sign into your PC. Use your favorite email address as a Microsoft account to sign into Windows. We won't send you spam. Here you would just enter in your email address. Then you have your privacy statement. Sign up for a new email address or sign in without a Microsoft account. Now if you type in your email address here and click next, it asks you for a password. But notice it gives you the option here to sign in without a Microsoft account. In Windows 8.1, it appears that it does not give you the option. But here's a little trick. We're going to pull Windows 8 back up to the side. Seeing the computer is connected to the internet, you can either disconnect the computer from the internet before you get to this step, or do this. Let's say okay, Nick at cubecomputer.com. Now we know that's not valid. I don't even have a site called cubecomputer.com. Let's say password. You can click next. It's going to fail. Your email or password is incorrect. If you don't remember your password, continue without a Microsoft account. So that's how you get to the local account. Create a local account. You'll go and call my local account Nick. Click finish. And this is going to restart. Let's go and do that to Windows 8. Let's see what Windows 8 does. It finalizes settings. This one is already installing updates. Ain't that amazing? Let's look at the Windows 8 tutorial while we're at it. Because I mentioned we're going to do a little comparison video here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Still restarting. It's amazing how most people won't ever see this Windows 8 tutorial because they didn't install a copy of Windows. It comes pre-installed. Or because this little tutorial only shows on the initial startup. Excuse me. It shows you how to get those hot corners, which there's Windows 8.1 starting up. And here it runs that weird array of colors. Watch it. Green to blue to purple. Looks like a Fisher-Price toy, don't it? Still waiting on Windows 8.1. Now, of course, keep in mind, these two virtual machines are going to run slower than your typical PC because they're running, they're more or less being piggybacked on top of a running computer. Now, this system has a RAID stripe, and hard drive performance is fairly good. But when you got this much demand, you can see the hard drive LED is wide open. When you got this much demand on the system, it's going to run a little bit slower. Memory usage currently sits at 7.65 gigs of my 12 gigs of RAM. Okay, here is the Windows 8.1 tutorial. This one says installing apps. Yeah, let's go ahead and install those tablet apps I will never use. Here it says you can get new apps from the store. Installing your apps. What is this, a tablet or phone, or is it a computer? Again, all these apps that we may never even use. Depends on who you are, I guess. CPU usage currently sits at about 30 to 33% of my 8-core FX 8120. They're both installing apps. Yeah, guys, look at all these strange colors here. Windows 8 says it's almost ready. This one here still says getting your apps ready. Yeah, and I can tell you from past experience, this is normally a lot faster when you're installing on a computer, so don't expect it to take this long. Let's start. Here is the Windows 8.1 start screen. Let's go ahead and go to desktop. So anyways, now that the operating system is installed, let's go ahead and install drivers. Now usually Windows will find all the needed drivers, but let's go ahead and of course click start. Takes you back to this. Clicks down arrow to go to all apps. Search. And look, it's only searching for apps. Isn't that just wonderful? Control panel. It's amazing before I'm even finished installing Windows 8.1, you're already seeing a real issue with it. The start screen just cannot replace the start menu, no matter how hard you try. Let's go to Device Manager and check for any needed drivers. We're missing base system device. What I'm going to do here is that there's a likely chance this is a missing driver due to being a virtual machine, so and click on Install Guest Additions. Now of course this is different because I'm using a virtual machine. Now on your actual system you'll go to the OEM's website or the device's website and download the needed drivers. Now in any moment we should see a pop-up. But what I'll do is I will open up my computer, which in Windows 8.1 is called this PC. And there is the drive additions. I almost forgot what I was doing because I got pulled out of what I was looking at on the desktop. Oops. And we'll go ahead and run this file here. As you can see, this is one of the reasons why I don't like Windows 8 and Windows 8.1. You saw how long it took me to go from just to get to this PC or my computer. More or less in Windows 7 have been that and done. So we're going to reboot this virtual machine. Finish the setup. This will conclude the Windows 8.1 install tutorial. Now, of course, as I mentioned before, this is taking longer because it's on a virtual machine. So anyways, if you want to see a comparison video, an overview of Windows 8.1, I'll have video posted about that pretty soon. So anyways, any questions or comments, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching.